Prelim. IBPS PO Prelim paper number 33. Now in this question number 66 onwards comes under reasoning section. Now here in this one reasoning section, now 66 to 70. Now how many persons are there? There are some 8 persons seated around a square table. And a square table 4 at the corners and 4 at the centers. Now no parameter added to this one. Now tell me whether it comes under the first or the second priority. And definitely under the first priority. Clear? Then as it comes under the first priority, among the piles you need to work out this one first. Isn't it? Then now 8 persons were there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the persons who are the centers are facing away from the center. And the persons who are the corners are facing towards the center. All are facing away from the center. As all the persons are facing away from the center is clearly given, isn't it? Definitely all the persons are facing towards one direction. Now let us consider this one under towards the center only. Now B sits second to the left of E, C sits at one of the corners of the table. Now C is at one of the corners of the table. The next one B sits second to the left of E. B is seated second to the left hand side of E. And E does not sit immediate neighbor of E. Now E and E are not adjacent to each other. And next one, and D sits an immediate right of E. Now D is an immediate right of A is D is an immediate neighbor. And D sits an immediate right of A. As many persons between A and E from the right of E, same as number of persons between G and F from the left hand side of whom and left hand side of Z. G and F to the left of Z. And neither F nor C sits immediate to B. Now F and C are not adjacent to B. And only 2 persons between B and E. Now in between B and E, how many people are there? There are exactly 2 people. As there are exactly 2 people, B cannot be at this place and B cannot be here because B and F are not, F and C are not adjacent to B. Isn't it? As C is here, then F and C are not adjacent to B and B cannot be adjacent to this C. As B cannot be here, then what are the different possibilities for this B? Now from here onwards, let us discuss about this possibility. Now can we have B at this place? Now B is seated second to the left of E is not possible. Isn't it? Hence B cannot be here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we have B at this place? Now if B is here, then B sits second to the left of E will be here. And E are not adjacent to each other. Now between B and A there are exactly 2 people. Now E and E are not adjacent, B and A must be here. Now if A is here, the number of persons between A and E and G and F. Then, and D is to the immediate right of A. As D is to the immediate right of A, is it possible? No. Hence B cannot be here as well. Got this one? As B cannot be here, then what is the other possibility for this B? B is here. Now if B is here, then in this one, B sits second to the left of whom? And now B sits second to the left of E must be here. B is seated second to the left of E, and at the same time, now D is to the immediate right hand side. Now B and A, there are exactly 2 people. Exactly 2 people, A is here. Now A cannot be at this place. Why A cannot be here? Because, and A is not adjacent to whom? A and E are not adjacent to each other. Hence we cannot have B at this place. Then what is the other possibility we have for this B? B ikkada. Now B is seated second to the right of E. Sorry. Now B is seated second to the right of E kada. As the persons are facing towards the center, E must be here. Because now B is seated second to the left of E. Sorry. Now B is seated second to the left of E. Now B cannot be here as well. Then what is the other possibility for this B? Now can we have B at this place? Now A and D are adjacent to each other, and at the same time, now B sits second to the left or second to the right? Now B sits second to the left of E. As B is seated second to the left of E, then B is seated second to the left of E. Now can you have B at this place or not? Now B is seated second to the left of E. Then in this case, then A and D are adjacent to each other. B and A, there are exactly 2 people. And A must be here. If A is here, D is to the immediate right of A. Possible or not possible? Not possible. Not possible, we cannot have B at this place. Now, then what is the next case we have? Can you have B at this place? Now B is here. Again, B is seated second to the left of E. B is seated second to the left of E. Then E must be here. If E is here, now there are two persons between B and A. A and E are not adjacent to each other. Hence, here also it is not possible. Then what is the other case we have? Corner. Now B is here. B sits second to the left of whom? Second to the left of E, E is here. Now between B and A there are exactly two people, A is here. Now D is to the immediate right hand side, D is here. Then F and C are not adjacent to B. F and C not adjacent to B, hence F must be here. F and C are not adjacent to B. Clear? Then who is the person left out? Two more persons. Number of persons to the right hand side of E. In between A and E. Right hand side of E, how many people? Two people. Now in between G and F to the left hand side of G. Left hand side of G and F, two people, not possible. Isn't it? Hence, then next one G and F. Where can I have this F here? Number of persons between A and E from the right hand side of E, there are two people. And in the same way, G and F, we need to have exactly two people. And exactly two people between G and F. Anywhere it is possible here? No, it is not possible. Now G and F to the left hand side of G. Now left hand side of G or right hand side of. Now here between A and E to the right hand side of E, how many people? There are only two people. Now two people. Then now to the right hand side of G and F. Now G and F, we need to have exactly two persons. Is it possible here? Not possible at all. Then only two persons between B and. Now here, how many persons are there? Let us start with this one once again. Now how many persons? 8 persons were there. Now these 8 persons were seated around a square table, and 4 are the persons and 4 are the corner, and all of them are facing away, and 4 persons at the corners, and C sits at one of the corners of the table. C will be at this place, and if C is here and B sits second to the left of E, and where is this B? And B is seated second to the left of whom? And B is seated. Now C sits at one of the corners. Now C is at corner. B, D sits immediate neighbor. And next one, neither F nor C is immediate to B. B sits second to the left of E. Now B is seated second to the left hand side of E. And C is at one of the corners of the table. Now this is the corner. E is not immediate to A. Now E and A are not adjacent to each other. Then as many persons, D sits an immediate right of A. Now A is here. D is to the immediate right hand side of A. Then as many persons between A and E from the right of E. A and E, as many persons to the right of E, as same as G and F from the left of whom? Left of G. G and F to the left of. Neither F nor C is immediate to B. F and C are not adjacent to whom? B. And only two persons between B and A. Now in between B and A, how many people? There must be exactly two people. మా చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు ఏదో అంటున్నారు మీరు? మా D, top, middle ఏముందమ్మా? No, sitting and all of them are away, and 4 persons. Now, what is the possibility we are talking about? Now B sits. Now B is seated second to the left of E. Then earlier we have checked out all the possibilities. What are the possibilities we have checked out here? Now B and C are not adjacent to each other. Avuna kada? Now B is here. Now earlier we have checked out all these possibilities now. Then which one? Now C key left hand side. Now C left hand side. Who is that one to the left hand side of C? E. Now if you take E at this place, isn't it? Then E is here. Then E is towards left hand side or right hand side? Now if E is here, then now ikkada E unnadu anukunnam. Then B will be second left, which is not possible. Then what is the other possibility? Now if E is at this place, can we have B at this place or not? Now B is seated second to the left of E. As B is seated second to the left of E, now between A and B, how many people? 2 people. Now two people, A is here. A is here, then D will be here. Then if D is here and E and F. Now A and E are not adjacent to each other. And next one, B and A, there are 2 people. And F and C, they are not adjacent to B. And F and C are not adjacent to B. F cannot be here, F must be here. Now if F is here, number of persons between A and E from the right of E. How many people? 2 people. Then we need to have 2 people between G and F. Now G and F, there are 2 people from the left hand side of G. G is here. Now G is here. Who is the person left over? H is the person left. Then who sits second to the left of C? Now seated second to the left of C, what is your answer? H. H, that is given in choice 3, question number 66. Then 67, how many are in between F and D? F and D from the right hand side of F. And F and D from the right hand side of F, how many persons? 1. Now 1 person, that is choice 2, 67. Then 68, now which of the following statement is true? D and B are immediate neighbors. Are the immediate neighbors? No. And 3 in between G and E, 3 in between G and E, that is false. And G sits at one of them and one of the sides of the table. G is at one of the side, false. G sits second to the left of H, definitely to choice 4. Then 4 out of the following is nothing but an odd one out. B, F, B, F, D, E. All these persons are at the center. A is at the corner. Except A, all the remaining are at the center, choice 4. And what is the position of D with respect to C? Now D with respect to C, third to the right or fifth to the left. Third to the right or fifth to the left, both 1 and 4, choice 2. Now if you observe here, check out the key. Whether are you getting the same answer or a different answer. Now here we have worked out towards the center. But as here in the question has given away from the center. As all the persons are facing one direction, whether it is towards the center or away from the center, you will get the same answer. Done? And when compared with away from the center, towards the center is much easier. And that is the reason we are starting with it towards the center. The next one, 71. Now in a batch of 100 students, Alekia is 50th from the top. What is the position of Alekia? 50. How many persons are there before this Alekia? 49. And after this one, how many were there? And 50 were there. Then Pratibha's rank is 68th from the bottom. Now 68th from the bottom, 51. Then Pratibha will be somewhere here. And 67, 51 plus 16, 67, 68. And out of this 49, 16 plus 1, 17. 17 and how many? And 32. Then how many students between Alekya and Pratibha? Alekya and Pratibha, how many are there? 16. Now 16, that is choice 4. Now these are the 16 persons we have between. Done, choice 4, question number 71. Then 72, tell me, first or the second priority, 72 to 74. And definitely first priority. And O is 8 meters to the south of K. K is here and O is here. Now the distance between these two is 8 meters. P is 7 meters to the east of O. Now this is P, which is 7 meters. N is 4 meters to the east of I. N is 4 meters to the east of I. J is 12 meters to the west of H. Now J is 12 meters to the west of H. M is 16 meters to the west of L. Then M is and 16 meters to the west of L. P is 5 meters to the north of H. Now this is P, which is 5 meters to the north of H. This is where we have got a clue. Then here from here onwards, 12 meters. 12 meters means this is 7 and this is 5. And 7 and 5. And J is 12 meters to the west of H. M and L, I and N is left over now. Then P is 5 meters to the north. N is 3 meters to the north of L. N is how many meters? Now 3 meters to the north of L. M is 9 meters to the north of J. 9 meters, this is how much of 5? The next one another 4 and 5 plus 4 and N is how many meters? 9 meters. N is 9 meters to the M. Now M is 9 meters to the north of J. If M is here, M and L, what is the distance we have? 16. Now this is 5 plus 7, 12, 12 plus 4, 16, 5 plus 7 plus 4, and L. If L is here, now what is the distance we have between these two? This 8 is divided into two parts, 4 and 4. Now N is here, this is just 3 meters. Now I and N. What is the distance we have? 4 meters I is. I, P and H are in a vertical straight line. Done? Then which direction is M with respect to P? Now we need to find out M with respect to P. Now north and west, northwest. Northwest, that is choice 3. And 73. Which among the 3 points are formed a straight line? I, P and H forms a straight line, isn't it? I, P and H. That is choice 5, 73. Then 74, shortest distance between O and J. Now the shortest between O and J, O is here, J is here. Now what is the distance we have? O and J. Now this is 5 and this is how much? 5. Then what is the shortest distance? Under root 50. Under root 50 can be written as 5 root 2. 25 into 2 is 50. Now 5 root 2, choice 3, question number 74. Then 75. Now 75 onwards, first are the second priority. Majaban. Now second priority because a parameter is also been added along with the persons. Hence definitely under the second priority. Now here how many persons are there? Only 6 persons. And starting from Monday and ending on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And there are only 6 days that were given. Monday to Saturday. And 6 persons, P, Q, R, S, T and U are the 6 persons who have Monday to Saturday. Then coming to condition number 1. My first one happen. Now P goes on Wednesday, P that is fixed. And the one who is going to Kolkata and goes immediately before the one Chennai. Now Kolkata is immediately before the one who goes to Chennai. And S goes to Mumbai. S is to which place? Mumbai. As many persons after Chennai before him. And you and Chennai, you need to have equal number of persons. The one who goes to Surat goes immediately after P. Immediately after P, who is that person? Surat. Then the one who goes to Mumbai does not go immediately to Bangalore. Now Mumbai and Bangalore, they are not adjacent to each other. And only one person between P and the one Kolkata. Now P and the one Kolkata, how many persons? There is exactly one. How many possibilities we have? 2 possibilities. Now Kolkata can be on Monday or now P and Surat. Now Kolkata can be one person, that is on Friday. If Kolkata is here, then Chennai must be here. Isn't it? Now here again you need to have Chennai. And Kolkata and Chennai are adjacent. Then you and Chennai, then you must be here. Now you and Chennai, you must be here. Then S is Mumbai. Now this is S who is from Mumbai. Now this S Mumbai, S must be at the last place in the second case. S Mumbai. Mumbai and Bangalore are not adjacent to each other. Now here Bangalore must be here or here. In both the cases, Mumbai and Bangalore are adjacent. This is ruled out. Now this is Bangalore. Now if it is Bangalore, what is the other city left over? Pune. Then, now Mumbai and Bangalore are not adjacent. And 3 persons between U and Q. Now Q must be Kolkata. And there are 2 more persons who are left over. Who are those 2? R does not go to Chennai. R does not go to Chennai. R goes to Surat. If R goes to Surat, P, Q, R, S, T and U, T is Chennai. Clear? Now this is from 75 to 79. Then coming to question number 80. Now 80 onwards, first are the second priority. And definitely first priority, single statement followed by 2 conclusions. Then C and N. N is here, C is here, N to C. And tell me what is the symbol that is common? Greater than. N greater than C is nothing but C lesser than N. G and V. Now G is here, V is here, opposite symbol, no relation. Then what is your answer? Only one. Only one, that is choice 3, question number 80. Then 81. Now the relation between W and S. Now if you observe here, B and S are one and the same. Now in the place of S, B you can take it as S. W greater than S, W lesser than or equals to S, and all the 3 symbols present in only 2 letters W and S. Then what could be your answer here? Now W and S. Now S is here, W. Opposite symbol, no relation. Hence, now between these 2, one must always be true. Which is true, we are not sure about. Hence, either 1 or 2, choice 1, 81. Clear? Then next one, 81, it is choice 1. 82, J and Z. Again, Z is here B. J and B, are they equal to each other? No. Now, J and Z, J is here, Z is here, opposite symbol. B and Z, now B and Z, B and Z, opposite symbol. Then what is your answer then? Neither one, not two. Because the letters were different. Then 83. Now in this 83, what is the number we have? 7246, 1853. 7246, 1853. 1 is added to all the odd digits. Odd digit 1 is added. Now this is 2, this is 6, and this is 4. And 1 is subtracted from all the even digits. 1, 3, 5, 7. Then all the repeated digits are removed. All the repeated digits are removed means no repetition. Then what is the sum of the digits which is second from the right and third from the left? Third from the left, second from the right, 3 plus 6, 9, choice 4, 83. The next one, 84 onwards. My 84 to 87, first or the second? Now second. Now second priority here. Now 7 persons live on 15 floors of a building. How many floors are there? 15. Now 15, 14, 13, and 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Now 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Isn't it? Now these are the 15 floors we have. How many persons? Only 7 persons were there. And 7 persons, these 7 persons are staying on these 15 different floors. Then what is the first condition we have? And no two, not two more than. And so until the topmost. And no 2 persons live on immediate floors. No 2 persons lives on immediate floors means, and every person, they are staying at alternate floors. Isn't it? Whether all the persons are staying on odd number floor or all the persons are staying on an even number floor. Because we have only 15, and out of this 15, there are 7 persons. Then first one, not more than 2 persons live below n. Below n, not more than 2. That means how many persons? Either 0 or 1. Either 0 or 1. Now in the first case, there is 0. In both the cases, let us discuss about 0. Or in this one, how many persons in this case? No, because this person is living on an odd number, even number floor. Even number floor, below this one, no 2 persons can be living together in adjacent floors. Hence here again, there is 0 person below n. Amma saripenda leda? Do you know? No. 0 person here because there is no floor. Here though there is a floor, if no person lives here because they are living on alternate floors. Hence n is here. Then 5 floors between the floor which is below, and let us take this information afterwards. Then x lives floors above n. 1, 2, 3, x is. Now 1, 2, 3, x is. Amma saripenda? X is 4 floors above n. Only 7 in between n and v. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And v must be on the 13th floor. Now here, and v must be on 14th floor. Masarpenda? And only how many persons in between n and v? Only 7. Only 7. Mas 7 ante inka kindaki raavali kada? And only 7 persons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And v must be on the 10th floor. Done with this? Then 7 floors between n and v. As many floors between x and v. Now in between x and v, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As many between x and v, same as above e. Above e we need to have. And x leaves floors above n, coming back. Only 7 in between n and v. In between n and v, we need to have 7. Clear? N and v, how many? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now v must be here. N and v 7. Now here again n and v 7. As many floors between x and v. How many are there? 3. And above this e, 3 floors. 3 floors above e means e must be on the 12th floor. Can we have e on the 12th floor here? No, because all these persons must be on odd number floor. Then here in this one, now v and x. Where should this e? E is on the 12th floor. Done? And v is same as. G lives above h. Now G and h. Now we have one more information. What is that information we have? And 5 floors between the one who is immediately below V. Now let us take, for example, immediately below V this person, and immediately above S. There must be exactly how many people? 5 people. 5 people means 1, 2, 3, 4, and now if S is here, then immediately above this. And so many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. But whereas S and this person cannot be adjacent to each other, V and S. Are you getting this one or not? Hence this case anyhow is ruled out. Then now immediately below this V, this one, and above this S, how many? There must be exactly 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and S is here, immediately above this S. Now between these two, how many are there? 5. Immediately below this V, 1, 2, between this person, immediately below V, this person, and immediately above S, this person. In between these two, how many were there? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the 5 persons. Clear? And that is the reason we left that information at the beginning. Now G is above this H. Now G above this H means G is on the 8th floor, H is on the 4th floor. Now this is how these 7 persons are staying on these 15 different floors. Now 84 to 89, 88. Then 89 to 91, tell me first or the second priority. And first priority 89 to 91. Now here in this one 89 to 91, it comes under blood relation. Now blood relation, definitely under the first priority in your examination. Now 8 persons are there in a family and having how many generations? 3 generations. So let's start with this. Now 8 persons and A has only 2 sons. A is having how many? Only 2 sons. Now A is having only 2 sons. P is the grandson of U. P is the grandson of U means U must be under the first generation. Isn't it? Now P is the grandson, P is a male. U who is the father of S. Now U is the father of whom? U is the father of S. U is the father of S. Can you take S at this place or not? One such possibility, S is here. And B is the spouse of U. Now U and B are married to each other. B is a female. And M is the sibling of P. M and P are siblings to each other. And next one, and S is the nephew of N. Now S is the nephew of N. N must be either B's or U's sibling. And S is the nephew. N is the brother of U. Fine. Now N is the brother of U. N is U's brother. Then S is the nephew. R is the daughter-in-law of A. Daughter-in-law of A means, and P is unmarried. A has only 2 sons. A has only two sons. S and A are married to each other. Now this A is having only 2 sons. P is unmarried. Then R is married to whom? R must be at this point. R is a female. 3, 5 plus 3, 8 persons. Then how is A related to U? How is A related to U here? Now use son's wife, daughter-in-law choice. How is P related to R? R's husband's brother, spouse's brother, brother-in-law. Then 91. 4 out of the following means are you not? N is a male, P is a male, A is a female, and S and U, these 2 are males. Among these 5, except choice, all the remaining are males. Then 92. And what is the word we have? Insistent. Now in this word insistent, all the vowels are changed to previous letter. Vowels that are changed to previous letter, I-1H, I-1H, E-1D. And all the consonants next letter, NO, ST, T, TU, NO, T. And all changed. Then how many letters will appear more than once? How many letters will appear more than once? Now sir, H repeated twice, O repeated twice, T and U repeated, except D. The remaining 4 letters are repeated twice. Choice 3, question number 92. Then 93 to 97, first or the second priority? First or the second? First priority, how many people are there? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here again there are 5 people. Now who are the persons in this row? The one, row 1, PQ or S and T. And all the persons are facing towards north only. isn't it? Row 1 and PQ are S and T, and they are facing towards north, and row 2 A, B, C, D, and E. Then, now row 1, all the persons in row 1 are behind row 2. Row 1 is behind row 2. What is row 1? PQRS. And row 1 is behind row 2. Amma saripinda leda? Row 1. All the persons are facing north. T is seated second to the right of P. P is here and T is seated second to the right. B sits at one of the extremities. B is at one of the extremities. How many possibilities? 2. Now B is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here again B is at this place. Now B sits at one of the extremities. And only 2 persons between. No? B sits at one of the extremities. Sorry. Now B is at one of the extremities. B is here. Then T sits second to the right of P. T is seated second to the right of P. And only 2 persons between E and D. E and D can be at any one of these 2. Now here again E and D can be at any one of these 2. E and D. Neither T nor P is behind B. Now T and P cannot be here. Now T and P cannot be here. Neither T nor P is behind B. Then SC is behind E. E is here. SC is behind E. Then at least 2 persons between Q and the one who is behind E. Now between Q and the one behind E, at least 2. Q is not behind E. E sits second to the left of A. Fine. As E is seated second to the left of A, here we have got a clue. E is seated second to the left of whom? E. And C is here. Then A is here, D is here, C is here. Now in the second case, E is seated second to the left of A, then E is here, second to the left of A is here, then E is seated E and D, then A and C. And E and S are behind each other. S is behind here. Then T and P. Now T and P cannot be at this place. P is here, then T is here. Clear? T and P cannot be here. Now P is here, then T is here. Then Q is not behind A, hence Q is here. Then if Q is here, who is the person left over? R is the person. Then if Q is here, then R must be at this place. Am I saripinda? Done? Then, but check out the conditions once again. Now E is seated, T sits second to the right of P, and B sits at one of the extremities, and only and 2 persons. Make it around Q now? No. The next one, only 2 persons between E and D. E and D 2 persons. And neither T nor P is behind B. Behind B, T and P is not there, Q is there. SC is behind E. And at least 2 persons between Q and the one behind E. And at least 2 persons between Q and the one behind E. Behind E, Q and S. How many persons? Only 1. We need to have at least 2 persons. And this case is ruled out. Now behind, at least 2 in between Q and the one who is behind E. How many persons were there? 3 persons. And behind E. Next one, Q is not behind E. And E sits second to the left of E. Then who sits in front of P? And P in front of P, C choice 4. And who among the following pairs at the extremities? Extremities, Q and C, are they at the extremity? No. E and P? No. D and S? No. E and Q? Yes, choice 4. 95. How many between S and the one who is behind D? Now, behind D, who is that person? T. Now, between S and T, how many people are there? 2 people. Now, 2 choice 3, 95. Then who sits second to the left of the one who is behind B? Now, who is behind B is Q. And second to the left of Q, who is that one? R. R choice 2, 96. Then odd one out. 4 out of the following means odd one out. E and P. Now, P's immediate left opposite is E. T's immediate right opposite is B. And C's immediate left and opposite is R. R's immediate left hand side opposite is C. And T's immediate left is R. Opposite is A. And Q's immediate left opposite must be D. Then what is your answer in this case? My Japan choice is choice B and T. Now B and T. Now T's immediate right hand side opposite will be B. And in the remaining cases left opposite, it is right opposite, choice 2 is the odd one. then 98 to 100. Now in this 98 to 100 syllogisms, first or the second, and only a few kiwis are apples. Now these are the kiwis that are apple, kiwi and an apple. Only some of the kiwis are apple, but not all. No apple is guava, no intersection between apple and a guava. And all these guavas are what? All these guavas are grapes. All guavas are grapes. All grapes can never be apples. Now tell me whether this entire grape is a part of apple or not. That means this entire grape must be like this. And can you take grape like this? Now if you take grape like this, then guava must also come along with this one, which is not possible. Hence, all grapes can never be there, can never be apples, that is true. And some kiwis are guavas, kiwi is here, guava is here, that is false. And so only one follows, choice for 98. Then 99. Now in this 99, all phones are computers. Now these are the phones that are computers. All these phones are computers. And only a few computers are keyboard. Now some of the computers are keyboards, but not all. And no keyboard is CPU, no intersection between keyboard and a CPU. All computers are CPU is a possibility. Now this entire computer is a part of CPU. To make this one possible, my computer and CPU must be like this. Is it possible here? It is not possible. If you write CPU like this, then no keyboard is CPU will become false. Hence, first one possible or not possible? Not possible. Then coming to the second. Now what is there in the second one here? Some phones are keyboard. Phone and keyboard, no intersection between these two. Neither one not two. Neither one not two. Choice 3, 99. And finally, question number 100. And some cups are mugs. Now these are the cups that are mug, cup and a mug. And only a few mugs are what? Matte. Only some mugs are matte, but not all. This entire mug cannot be a part of matte. And all maps are matte. Now this entire map is a part of matte. Clear? All maps are matte. First one. All mugs can be maps. All mugs can be maps means this entire mug can be a part of map. Why it is no? Then if it is possible like this, then matte must be here. If you write matte like this along with this matte, then matte must be like this. If you write matte like this entire mug cannot be a part of matte. It must be only some part but not all. Hence it is not possible. Then next one, what is the next one we have? And no map is a cup is true as of now. To make this one fall, can we write like this or not? Yes. And alternate diagram to previous conclusion fall. Hence neither one not two. Choice 5, question number 100. Now this is about paper number 33. Number series question numbers please. 61. Now in this question number 61. Now 143, 144. Numbers are increasing at a smaller rate. Hence it must be under difference. Now 143, 44 plus 1. Next one minus 8. Next plus 27. Minus 64. Plus 125. 125 plus 100. 225 minus 1. 224 choice. And cubes are added and subtracted alternately. Plus 1 cube, minus 2 cube. Plus 3 cube, minus 4 cube. Then 62. 18 to 8. Number ones decrease. From there onwards it started increasing. It must be compounding. Into 0.5. 9 minus 1. Into 1 minus 1. Into 1.5. 10.5 minus 1. Into 2 minus 1. Into 2.5. Minus 1, 18, 180, 90, 45, minus 1, 44. Then 63. Now here 43 and 61 difference. 18, 61 and 97. 61, 97, 36. The next one 54. Next must be 72. Multiples of 18. 2 plus 1 is 3. Choice 4. Then must 64. 21, 23 difference, 2. And 23 and 29, 6. 29 and 41, 12. Then 2 and 6. 1 square plus 1, 2 square plus 2, 3 square plus 3, 4 square plus 4, how much? 20. 41 plus 20, 61 choice. Or differences are even numbers, 4, 6 and so on. Then 65. 17, 21. Difference is 4. 21 and 32. Difference is 11. 32 and 57. 25 and 57 and 103. Now 46. Now 4 and 11, 11 and 25, 25 and 46. And next one 7, 14, 21, 28. 46 plus 28, 74. 103 plus 74, 177 choice fit. Now this is about paper number 65. Clear? Question number 65 number series. Paper number 33.